Hi, you're watching Mintchip Talks. I'm Mintchip, you're you, and today I'm going to be doing some viewer questions. Yay! Alright, well I thought it would be kind of cool to just find some viewer questions and answer them for sort of, I guess, feedback. Ask any question that you'd like me to answer perhaps in a future one of these down below in the comments, or you can go to my Tumblr, my blog, and ask the questions there. Most of these questions I got today are from my Tumblr. Okay, first question. How old are you and where are you from? Why are you playing video games? You are so pretty and should have a lot of attention from guys in real life. You don't need virtual worlds for this. And this is a common misconception about me or people like me who make videos about video games or who just do YouTube videos or who any of that. I don't play video games to get attention from guys. I don't even really play to make friends, although it is lovely to do that. I pretty much play alone a lot of the times. And as for being pretty, I don't see that. I'm pretty much figuring that I look marginally normal. I'm in no way like above average, and I don't really think that looks matter too much in a lot of things, and shouldn't really matter in a lot of things such as friendships or relationships or any of that. And I mean, unless you, I guess it doesn't really matter unless you want to be like a model or something, then I guess you'd have to look pretty in the sense of what society decides as pretty. Why do I play video games? I like video games. I don't know. I guess I get, you know, a sense of accomplishment with them, and I have fun with them, and it's just an enjoyable experience. And there's nothing really wrong with that. I mean, some people watch TV, or some people, you know, go out and play sports and stuff. I mean, that's fine. That's good. I mean, I think it's the same reasons, really. I mean, it's just an activity that allows you to, you know, do. As for my age or where I'm from, I'm from the States. I'm currently living in Sweden, ATM at the moment. My age, it's funny, I don't keep my age a secret in any way, shape, or form, but a lot of people like to speculate on how old I am. I've had people who are much older than me tell me that I am way too old to be doing this, or people who are younger than me saying that I look their age. So either way, it's fun, and I don't really... Again, it's the same thing with looks. I don't really think about age. I mean, I would watch someone who's old. I mean, there's this weird conception about age in media and such that, you know, once you get past a certain age, you can no longer be in the public eye in any way. And that's silly to me. And I don't know. So, I like it. I like the whole conspiracy around it, and it always makes me laugh when people say, you know, don't try to look young, or don't dress like that, you're not old, you know, young enough or whatever. And it's just kind of like, what? Like what? Why do you care? You're all gonna get old and die too. Like, we're all going to get super old and we're all going to die. And you know, unless we unfortunately die before then, that would suck. But I mean, we're all on the same journey, the same path, so why like insult somebody based on how far they've gone? That's silly. Anyway, that's my answer to that question. If you could participate in the character making of an upcoming game, what would it be? Whew. World of Darkness. For Scheiße. I am really excited about that game. I mean, I think that it's a lot of... EVE Online is an exceptional a game, but I think that a lot of it can... there's so many parts of EVE that are so great that I wish were in a more conventional MMO setup. And I think that with the whole like changing of the MMO genre with some of the games that are coming out right now, you know, World of Darkness has the potential to be something incredible. And I'd love to be a part of that, or just part of anything that they do. Do you... Okay, these are questions that I get like way too much, so we're just gonna get them out of the way, and then we can get to like the real good questions later on. And plus, you know, if I tell you guys that I'm going to be making these videos, hopefully you'll think of some clever videos, clever questions to ask me. Okay, so bear with me. All right. Do you have a boyfriend? Are you single? And would you date a subscriber? I get asked so many times if I have a boyfriend, or if I'm single, or all these things, like if I would go on a date with them, blah, blah, blah. And for the most part, I would say, okay, I'm not using my YouTube to meet anyone. Like, friends, dialoguists, people I can have conversations with, fantastic. I love the mails. I love having conversations with people, discussing certain things and those sort of stuff. But I'm not really interested in finding somebody to like be with emotionally or in a relationship. As for being single, I'm not married. And I do date, but I don't really feel like it's necessary to tell my subscribers when I'm dating somebody and when I'm not, because it's really just kind of a little bit too personal. What I did as a subscriber. Now, I wouldn't say no, like entirely that I wouldn't date somebody. Like, I mean, I wouldn't limit myself to that sense. I mean, if you say, oh, I'll never date this kind of person, or not this kind of person, but I wouldn't date somebody that I met online, or I wouldn't date somebody that I met in a bar, I wouldn't date, you know, these sort of people. Like, that's sort of like an unnecessary stipulation to put on an otherwise completely random act of circumstance. So I can't really logically say that I would definitely not date a subscriber, but I would say it's... I don't even know why I'm answering this question. This is the stupidest question ever. But anyway, you don't have to ask that anymore. You now know the answer. This isn't... I am in no way wanting to, you know, hook up with anybody that I meet via YouTube or a subscriber in that sense. If you want to be my friend, that's awesome. Otherwise... no. What were you like in high school, and what kind of people did you hang around? Good question. Do I be honest or do I lie? I probably should be honest. I was not popular, to say the least. I would say that I was quiet. I kept to myself a lot. I had a lot of friends. Now when I think back to it, like people that I knew, like acquaintances, I guess you'd say. I know that some of the most popular people in my school knew who I was and that I could talk to them, and I wasn't really afraid of anyone or never really had any situations with that, but yeah, I kind of hung out with, I had some gothic friends, and when I graduated from high school I made a lot of friends who were like steampunk rivet heads, which is kind of fun, and so I was really into like Matrix-ish gear, garb and things. I mean, yeah, Minotaur kind of stuff. I'm not embarrassed by it per se, I just don't really know how to explain it. Like, I have really good stories from back then. It was cool, but yeah, I don't know. I was like one of those people in high school where I was weird. I think I was definitely weird, but I was kind of in my own little world. I didn't really care about anything that other people were interested in. I pretty much did my schoolwork, did my stuff, and then effed around all the time. I was like, I don't know, I had a really cool, I was able to like leave school early all the time, do weird stuff. Like I knew my assistant vice principal that was like, it was weird. High school was strange, and it's so long ago because you know how old I am. And the final question, if you are not an attention whore, why this site? That is a good question, Mr. Person who believes I'm attention. I don't know. I think that I was actually having a discussion with one of my friends about this. Is like how can you not be considered an attention whore when you want people to watch your videos, or you want, you know, to sort of like promote yourself? And it's really difficult. Like I have a hard time a lot of the times because it's like there's me who doesn't really need to like have everything out there all the time, but then there's like the whole, I do need to do that because I need to promote my Mintchip channel. I need to make sure that, you know, that people can have an opportunity to see the kind of things that I make. And for the most part, it's like, you know, if you don't like me, you don't really have to like me, but I like making like video game reviews and playing games and stuff. And I think that, you know, of any group of people, I fit in really well with gamers. So I kind of feel like, you know, it's just a place to be, a place to exist. But I mean, a lot of people make videos on YouTube about video games, like men, women, all that sort of stuff. And it's just kind of like this feeling of like, hey, I've created something, like, come look at it, you know, tell me what you think, feedback or whatever. Yeah. I mean, it's incredibly difficult to make it so that like everybody likes me or something, which I feel is more of what like an attention whore really wants, is that, you know, you want to people please and make sure that, you know, you're always there. But then again, there's a whole blurred line, because sometimes like trolls, I think, are really attention wanting, like because they want to say things and get attention, and, you know, they always have to be the center of attention. You know, there's people that, and I don't think I'm like that. I'm pretty chill in that sense. I mean, I do make YouTube videos, but it's all on my own little channel, and then I take care of it in its own little bubble of life. So I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say. It's really like a broad statement, attention whore. So outwardly, like when I'm living my life, I'm not that way in any way. Like, the best experience I have is like sitting down and having a conversation with somebody and being able to like make some sort of connection and have a conversation, understand them a little bit better. That's like where I thrive. I'm really good at having those sort of one-on-one or small group conversations, and I'm always asking people what they think. And I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's like I get so many mails of people wanting to know more about it. But then there's me who's like, oh, I don't want to. But then there's people that are going like, why are you talking about yourself? Like, nobody cares. And it's like, you don't understand. People do, sort of. I don't know why, but they do. And it's nice, I guess. Wow, these are... Okay, some of you said that you wanted a rambling video. Well, here's a rambling video. So anyway, ask me more questions down below, and I will answer them. I will, I promise. Not all of them. The good ones. So if you have a good question, do it. And I'll say your name and stuff like that too, so it'll be good. This time it was like a lot of anonymous questions or just questions from over the time. I'm going to end this now. Thank you so much for watching.